Hey there, YouTube followers. This is Michael of Painting War Games. Today, I have the drop pod. It's complete. Right there, you can see the Space Marine Aquila. I painted it white and washed it over with bad black or non-oil. Um, and that's the symbol I chose. Since there's only 4 of those symbols in the kit, I chose those. And it's the top. It's the bottom. Pretty simple. I figured the bottom really doesn't need to be painted. Um, I used toned steel on it. But yeah, I mean, this really does look like the drop pod that these guys would use. My Angels of Revolution or Angels Revolution. But I'm gonna, and it does sort of stay closed when it's up. It needs a little help, but you know, nice and big and open. This is the one that I made for a Dreadnought. I'm still debating on whether I will buy a Dreadnought for this. Inevitably, I will. But the turret did used to move, but when painting it, the little spindle up here. Sorry guys, I'm doing real bad with the camera today. The little spindle right there got locked up with some paint, but yeah, I used black and blight and gold on that. I used a lot of washes, but I mean, it looks good. It's simple. It is very simple. It is the first drop pod I have completed, mainly because the salamander one is horrible because it's got all this stuff in it that these guys are supposed to sit in as they come out. So the Dreadnought drop pod. But you know, as it's with me, I'll probably have guys in there, and someone will probably argue with me. Well, you know, the guys when they drop in, they're just shaking all around, and like they're Space Marines. They have maglock boots. They don't care. They're genetically altered. All right, so this guy's done. Um, I'm not done painting 40K models. I'm just not gonna buy any for a while now, because I've got the last Hellbrute with plasma cannon I gotta work on. There's a lot of cultists in a box somewhere. I gotta find them to paint. But yeah, for 40K wise, probably not gonna be any new purchases for a while. But I forget who asked it. Someone did on one of my. It was on the one of the 2 videos I said that I was gonna stop playing Warhammer 40K. And now I'm going to stop buying them for a while until I get caught up on my backlog. Once that happens, you know, I'm all for painting more 40K stuff because I love the models. I absolutely love the models. But someone asked me what else was I going to play because I said I'd get into a different thing. Someone asked me about Mercs. I don't know the game. The guys who I game with, they don't know the game. So it's sort of hard for me to want to get into Mercs. I really want to get into Infinity, though. I've heard a lot about the game. I really think it's really cool. But I'm going to rejoin Warmachine and Hordes. And with that said, I have ordered the Cygnar Battle Group, or Battle Box. What does it, or I'm actually getting ready to order it as I'm recording this video. What does it have in it? As with all the Warmachine battle boxes, you always get a caster, which is something I find really interesting. It's like the HQ and 40K, but these guys are more fragile, and you almost don't want to do anything with them. But their spells are amazing, and they get focus and they do stuff, which is really cool. So in the battle box, you get Commander Colin Stryker. You get the Ironclad Heavy Warjack. You get the Lancer Light Warjack, and then you get the Charger Light Warjack. I have played Khador, and I have played Legion of Everblight. And I played Legion of Everblight twice, and I really like their models. I like them aesthetically, because they're dragons, and I have a hard time justifying paying $101 for their gargantuan dragon because I'm not going to be playing Everblight ever again. But I really want that model because it's a dragon and it stands really tall. But my buddy who got me into 40K, I talked with him today, and we discussed what I should do again. Yeah, Khador's fun, and their super heavy mech thing would be cool, but I'm I'm going to really learn how to play War Machine and Hordes very effectively now. So with that said, Cygnar, from what I understand, and he's played them, and he's advising me, hey, if you want to get into an army that's just sort of an overall generalist, pretty good, Cygnar's pretty good to play. He's like, you've learned how to play, you learned how to play the game defensively as Khador because they have high armor value. He's like, now you got to learn how to play the game otherwise. So yeah, I'm gonna purchase Cygnar. The battle box, and then I asked them because they have 2 plastic Warjack kits. Because what's really cool about War Machine and Hordes is the heavy Warjacks, and the Legion of Everblight had this, and I believe the other Hordes things do. All like the heavy jacks or heavy war beasts, they generally use one central frame, and then like the arms are different, and then maybe a head or 2 is different, or something else. So what's really cool about these things is that you can magnetize them. Here, I'm gonna there. You can magnetize these models. Like you can magnetize the arm joints to do, like you could just have one head on there, and I did it with my Legion of Everblight heavy war beast, because the Carnifex model, the base of it, like the body part of it was the same. The only thing that changed was the heads and the arms. So I magnetized the heads on them because their heads did different abilities, and their arms, obviously did different abilities. So I've got some magnets left over, and I might consider doing that. But yeah, this kit right here can make one of 3. The Avenger, the Hammersmith, and what's the other one? I think it's the Centurion. Yeah, the Centurion. So I'm pretty cool with this. I'm really fascinated to get back into a card-based sort of tabletop skirmish game. So yeah. But yeah, I mean, that's what it is. Not sure on a paint scheme yet. I like the Cygnar paint scheme, the blue, but then again, I have been, and I say this, but I have been dying to do something odd, like a pure red army, and the Khador would have been the pure red. And now I've got the Angels of Revolution, which I finally got their paint scheme decided on, and now that's how they're going to be. And I've got their scouts decided on how they're going to be. Their scouts are going to look like this. I've shown them to you guys in a previous video. Their scouts, fluff-wise, I'll just sort of touch in a little bit about that. The scouts for the Angels of Revolution, they have not yet earned their blue and their orange color scheme yet, because they're scouts, they're new recruits. They have to earn that color. So yeah, that's I'm still working on the fluff. I go back and forth. Like I'll put a sentence or 2 down, and I'll retreat, and then I do a bunch of stuff during the week, and I'll have an idea at work or something, and I'll write it down, come back to the computer, and put it in there. So, but yeah, guys, I'm gonna get the battle box today because it's 1:51 a.m. I'm getting ready to finalize the order. I'm just deciding on whether do I want to order paints, because come on, guys, I'm a painter. I love to paint. It's just, do I really need to buy any more paints? There is one color. It's Vallejo flat white, but I'm getting used to the Citadel white that I have now. And there's some dice here that I really want, but I've got a lot of dice right now. Because Gemini Chessex makes this Gemini steel and teal dice that are really cool. And I love Miniatures Market. I love the prices, man. You give me a deal on stuff. So I don't know. I'll fiddle around with this some more and finalize the order, and then I'll go pick it up. And when I do pick it up, you can expect an unboxing of the battle box and whatever little other thing I get, because I'm going to get another model with it. I I just don't know if I'm going to get the heavy Warjack kit, which I probably should. I might get something else too. So, alright guys, this is Michael of Painting War Games. Stay tuned for the unboxing of the Cygnar Battle Box. Coming to you guys soon.